I've been getting this question nonstop for the past few months, so I decided to make a video addressing this. The question that I've been getting nonstop is, Zion, where have you been? Why did you stop making content? I haven't seen any of your content. When are you going to start making content again? When are you coming back? I feel like Spider-Man. You know that one scene where everybody's like, where's Spider-Man? So first, I want to say thank you all for not giving up on me and not just saying I'm done supporting her because she went MIA. She didn't even say anything. Much love and much respect. I am really, really appreciative. So, why did I take a social media break for so long? The number one reason is that along my path of making wellness content, I noticed that there were a lot more people needing resources, needing help than I was able to service just for making content alone. I noticed a really big gap in the industry, and I needed to do my part in filling the gap. So I took a step back to really think about what I could do to help remedy the situation. Especially from personal experience, I know what it's like to experience mental health challenges. I know what it's like to not know yourself, to be looking for your sense of self, to be going through life not confident in how you are navigating it. And so I really wanted to create something or do something that could really help benefit people and really allow people to change their lives if that's what they want to do. I have a personal responsibility to my fellow humans, and I wanted to fill that responsibility. That's one of the main reasons why I took a social media break. Another reason why I took a social media break is research. I can't really help people if I don't know what people need and I don't know how to help people. So a lot of that time I was away, I spent that time researching, doing more research, reading studies, reading articles, filling my head with data, statistics, so that I could be able to create a product that is valuable, actually valuable, and services people's needs and not my idea of what people need. Another reason why I left is just to make a really valuable product. Major reason why I left too is I noticed I was getting a lot more attention, but I didn't feel like I was making more impact, and I couldn't get with that. One of the main reasons why I rebranded my page and started making wellness content was because I didn't feel like I was a true representation of myself just posting selfies on Instagram. I feel like the only thing that let people know was that I'm cute, but it didn't touch their souls. It wasn't reaching them, and it wasn't really letting them have an experience of me. And so while there is nothing wrong with posting selfies and lifestyle content, and I do still plan on making content like that, I actually wanted something that was valuable. I actually wanted to make content that was valuable to the people. So the moment I seen, hey, my followers are going up, but I don't feel like I have a lot more people that actually support the message, that made me withdraw a bit, because I've never been someone who cared to just have 100,000 followers. I'd rather have 10 true supporters, 10 people that actually believe in what I have to say, or people that actually like me for me and they're not just following me because I just dropped a super hot photo shoot. Because while I may be a beautiful woman, I am also someone who has depth. I'm someone who has opinions. I'm someone who loves God. I'm someone who prioritizes wellness. And I wanted to showcase this as well. I wanted to be a true representation of myself. And a part of me taking a step back was so that I could bring myself to the forefront and allow myself to be who I really am. A lot of that time I spent going inward and figuring out how I could show up as myself, as a true representation of myself, and figuring out what that looks like. A big one is I didn't enjoy consuming more content than I was creating. I didn't enjoy taking in more than I was putting out. I felt like with social media, I got a great chance to get a lot of inspiration from others, but as a creator, I needed to hear the noise of my own voice. And so with seeing what everybody else was producing and all the things that are on social media, it's just a lot of noise. And sometimes you just have to turn down the noise of the world so that you can hear your own voice. It's a popular saying that says sometimes you have to separate to elevate. And that's exactly my mindset. That was exactly my mindset when I said I'm taking a content break. I'm no longer making content for a few months. The last thing I'll say that caused me to take a break from making content and take a break from social media altogether, outside of wanting to make a valuable product, wanting to get more into myself so that I could show up better as myself and not consuming more than I'm creating. There is the fact that I was going to schools and I've seen the state of the youth, and I really noticed that a lot of the youth are lacking guidance, and a lot of elders were not stepping in. They weren't doing anything about it. They're just turning a blind eye. It's not really a concern of theirs. And that bothered me because I was never raised to be a bystander in my own life. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that if you can help someone, you shouldn't, right? If you see someone drowning and you yourself, you're not drowning, you help that person to save their life, not because you want a reward or a trophy or anything like that, but just for the sake of that other person. Again, I care about my fellow human. I have a responsibility to my fellow human, and I'm going to do my part every time. So with seeing, like, going to schools and seeing a lot of 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 16-year-olds, people that are younger than me, just lacking guidance and knowing from experience how that is, I wanted to create something that the youth could go to anytime, any place. They get to get guidance, especially when it comes to their mental health. There are a lot of books out there about physical health, and there's a lot of information about finance and entrepreneurship, but mental health is so essential. If the inside of you, if you're not okay within, the outside world is gonna feel like chaos. Period. So I wrote this book, Mental Health is Real, to be the ultimate mental health guide for someone who even just wants to know general information about mental health, someone who wants to be able to help someone else with their mental health, or show up for someone else with mental health, or show up for themselves better concerning their own mental health. This book, it does have mental health resources in it. It has statistics in it. It has data in it. It even has opportunities for you to get to know yourself better, because that is a part of mental health. Self-actualization. I couldn't get it out. Self-actualization is a part of mental health. Knowing yourself, loving yourself, and just having an overall positive sense of self. It is super, super important. It talks about everything mental health, what mental health actually is, what people might say it is, common misconceptions, so forth and so on. So I really am excited because the time that I did take away, it was crucial time. It was time for me to lock in, time for me to focus, time for me to bring something valuable to the general public, to the general population. And now that the book is done, I can bring my energy back to the public, which I am also excited about. I know you guys missed me because I missed you too. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for subscribing. If you made it to the end of this video, comment "Mental Health is Real." I will be giving away a free copy of the book "Mental Health is Real" to someone in the comments. Ciao.